So one of the things I like to do is I scroll social media, and I came across this post that said, "Back to school, back to you." And it reminded me of those days when my own kids were in school, and self-care and exercise and fitness, that was the last thing, literally the last thing on my mind. Well, my friend Fat to Fit Amy P was behind that post, and she was a school teacher who lost 70 pounds in her 50s and then decided to devote her career to helping other women find their healthiest selves.
That's right.
So you know best how back to school can change routines, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And so I had the idea of like back to school, back to you, because now like the kids are back to school, so moms and grandmas and even dads, it's time to get back into a routine. The kids are back in a routine, so now we want our grown-ups to get back in a routine too.
Okay, so snack attack, that's a phrase you use a lot.
Yes.
That's when you just know that you got to nibble on something, you really want a snack. But snacks are the evil that we are hiding from. What are snacks?
Snacks are really just something that we have grown accustomed to, and they really became popularized in the 80s, but they're just not necessary. Kids need snacks because they're still growing. We're adults, we're grown. We're done growing, actually. So we need well-balanced meals, well-intentional meals. And what happens during the summer, though, the kids are home, so it kind of turns into a big snack fest. You know, you're eating what they're eating, or you're finishing what's on their plate and that sort of thing. And you really just get into a routine of snacking. And what that's doing is messing you up metabolically and hormonally. So especially if you're in a fat loss phase, you don't want to snack. So I thought I'd bring some snacks today and show you how quickly it adds up.
Okay, good, because I'm looking at some things here that look very healthy to snack on.
Yeah.
I see no reason why I couldn't all day long graze on this table.
And the thing about this, Eden, if you ate everything on this table, just the one serving, it would be over 2,000 calories.
And it just looks so healthy, though, to
Yep.
me. We've got Greek yogurt, we've got an apple, we've got a
Yep.
banana. All right, so that's the math of it all, right?
That's the math of it. So you say you just start with a black coffee with some cream, 40 calories right there.
Okay.
And say you're not going to have breakfast. I'm going to skip breakfast, but I get into school or I get into the office and they have a fruit basket and I take an apple and a banana. Okay, you're already 400 calories in. Okay?
400?
400 calories in. Then we always like to think that we need protein, which we do, but we need them in our meals. But we like to protein snack. So we'll do a Greek yogurt. Not a bad thing, but then what happens is we add a scoop of granola to it.
I do.
Now you got 400 calories right there.
Okay.
Maybe you want a chomp stick, protein, right? 10 grams of protein.
That's the best thing in the car.
100 calories. One scoop of peanut butter, 100 calories. One. A protein bar, 220 calories. And look at this, guys. This is almonds. This is one serving of almonds. 170 calories right there. Now, who eats that few almonds? You usually have a bag like this,
100% I have
and
a
you're
bag
just
like
like
that.
pouring, right? You have to be careful of dried fruit too. This bag right here, this right here is 170 calories of dried banana chips, so lots of sugar. And then the one thing I want to also point out is when it comes to protein snacks, we have it in our mind, society's kind of led us this way, that almonds or nuts and cheese and peanut butter are protein, which they have protein in them, but they're mostly fats. So that's why they're calorically dense, and you want to, if you're especially in a fat loss phase, you want to go light on those. The last thing I want to talk about is your candy snacks. So Eden, look at this. These are called what?
Organic, teeny, tiny gummy bears.
Teeny tiny, and it's a teeny tiny package.
Yes.
How many calories do you think is in here?
Okay, because I know the way we're going, I'm going to say 300.
300 in this. So one
Oh,
serving.
I got it exactly right.
But
Okay.
that's the whole package. One serving of this is 3 servings in this tiny package.
3 servings in that little package. They are not talking to me with that.
Right. And then here's one thing I want you to be cautious of. A chocolate chip cookie, how many calories do you think here?
Oh my
For
gosh.
just one?
With 20 seconds left in this segment,
Yep.
I'm going to say that each one of those is 150.
220.
Per cookie?
Yep, per cookie. But my problem is they package it for all 3 of them. So what would keep you from just thinking that's a serving and eating all 3?
Nothing, not a
And then
thing.
I know everyone loves dark chocolate and it's so healthy. Right here is 150 calories. So if you're eating the whole thing, you're in the 500 calorie zone. So you
Okay.
can see how this can add up very quickly.
So what you just heard is not a what to do and what not to do. What you just heard was the maths.
The
so just think
math.
about the math. Fat to Fit Amy on Instagram. She visits us regularly, and Snack Attack is exactly that. It's like a little stealthy thing waiting to get at you.
It's a habit that you just want to nip in the bud.
Okay, we're going to be right back.